certainly a very good development, not only for this region, but for both the countries. And it was long overdue, and we appreciate the steps taken by the Pakistan government.
How do you think the states of Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir benefit from it?
As far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned, the government of India has already opened 2 trade routes which are totally duty-free. That is in fact totally a different subject. But if both the nations have to make use of this MNF status, the need of the hour is to develop infrastructure at Wagah border very urgently. And government of India has already initiated certain steps to develop a ICP. With Pakistan, what we hear from our counterparts in Pakistan is that Pakistan government is yet to initiate the steps to develop proper infrastructure, and if proper infrastructure is not developed, we cannot draw proper benefit out of this agreement or the status.
Right. Apart from these 2 states, which are the sectors which will benefit?
I think both the countries will benefit in a big way. Some will definitely be a very big gainer in this, and they are our good neighbors, and we really wish them well.
Like Mr. Bajaj, do you foresee any negative impact of liberalized trade on the products and economy of this region?
I really don't think so. It will be for the mutual good of both the nations.
Right, Mr. Bajaj, thank you so much for talking to us. We'll move ahead. Friday is going to be celebration time for the families of 4 of the 8 Punjabis sentenced to death by a Sharjah court, but released after payment of blood money in March this year. The 4 who have been released and are returning home tomorrow include Rakesh Kumar from Maqsuda village, Sukhpal Singh from Mansa, Charanjit from Nawashahar and Rashwinder Pal from Moga. These 4 are a part of a group of 10 men, including 2 Pakistanis who were convicted for bootlegging and murder of a Pakistani national, Mumtaz Yusuf of Faisalabad in July 2009. Indian businessman based in Dubai, SPS Oberoi, was instrumental in getting their death penalty waived off after payment of a settlement amount of rupees 62 lakh as blood money. The remaining 4 Indians, also from Punjab, have to wait for some more time before they can return home, as they have other cases pending against them. Speaking to Day and Night News from Dubai, Indian businessman SPS Oberoi said the return of other 4 men was delayed because of weekend in UAE and Eid holidays, but they will all be safely back home soon.
इस केस में टोटल 10 लड़के थे, 2 पाकिस्तानी 8 पंजाबी थे। तो ये 8 लड़कों जो उनकी फांसी की सजा माफ हो गई थी और इनकी सब टिकट्स वगैरह हमने अरेंज कर दी थी, कॉन्सर्ट ने पासपोर्ट वगैरह सब दे दिए थे। तो जैसे आज हमने सब कुछ उनको डिलीवर किया तो वहां से मालूम पड़ा कि 4 लड़के जो हैं इनमें से उनके ऊपर कुछ और केसेस हैं दुबई से, लेकिन जो 4 लड़के बिल्कुल क्लियर हैं उनके हमने सब कुछ कर दिया। हम कल एयर इंडिया की फ्लाइट पे अमृतसर आ रहे हैं जी। ये सारे पंजाब के हैं जी। इनके नाम हैं राकेश कुमार, सुखपाल सिंह, चरणजीत एंड रशविंदर पाल। ये 4 लड़के जो कल मेरे साथ आ रहे हैं अमृतसर एयरपोर्ट पे। तो इसके अलावा जो है एक लड़का है अमरजीत सिंह, क्योंकि यहाँ ईद की छुट्टियां चल रही हैं इसलिए उसका केस क्लियर नहीं हो पाया। तो जैसे ही 10 या 11 तारीख को या 12 तारीख को इसका केस क्लियर हो जाएगा, क्योंकि ज्यादा केस नहीं है इसका, एब्सकॉन्डिंग है ये सिर्फ कंपनियों से। जो दूसरे 3 लड़के हैं कुलदीप सिंह है, सचिन कुमार शर्मा है और हरदेव सिंह है, इन तीनों को ये वांटेड है, वहाँ कोई पुलिस का कोई केस है, पुलिस में वांटेड है। तो इन पे 2-2 केस हैं। तो वो जैसे ही इसकी छुट्टियां खत्म होगी फिर दोबारा मैं वापस आने के बाद इनको देखूंगा कि क्या केस है इनका, तो फिर उसको सॉल्व करने की प्रॉब्लम करेंगे, कोशिश करेंगे।
The Army today reiterated the dangers of even partially revoking the Armed Forces Special Powers Act from Jammu and Kashmir. Northern Command GOC Lieutenant General KT Parnaik called AFSPA an enabling act, saying it was required to deal with the proxy war being waged by Pakistan against the country.
Armed Forces Special Powers Act is an enabling act. It enables the army to carry out counter-terrorist and counter-infiltration operations. Whenever we look at the ASFA, we are not looking only at few places or counter-terrorist operations or peace in few areas. It has to be seen in context of the entire proxy war which is going on. The proxy war in J&K is being externally abated by Pakistan. Pakistan continues to have its terrorist infrastructure which is intact. Pakistan also has the notion of calibrating terrorism within the state. Therefore, we feel that unless we are able to neutralize that infrastructure and unless we are able to remove interference from Pakistan, it may not be a correct time for us to think of revoking it even partially. See, we have already made known our stance. The fact is that partial revocation from areas may be seen as a genuine thing because there seems to be peace here. But peace is very fragile. Secondly, the army is spread all over the state. We have our headquarters, we have got our logistic bases, installations, the national highway is our lifeline. So even if you say that certain areas the revocation takes place, now they will become areas where the terrorists and the inimical elements will exploit these areas. We don't want that to happen. After all, we have seen one of the most peaceful summers in 2011, and that has happened with ASFA on. So ASFA is not a draconian law. ASFA is not coming in between any people. So we have to see whether ASFA's revocation is a matter of security or is it a matter of political dispensation.
Now our top story. Former Pakistan captain Salman Butt has been sentenced of 2 years and 6 months in jail by a London court in the spot fixing scam. Pacer Mohammad Asif has got 1 year in jail.
A UK court on Thursday sentenced former Pakistani captain Salman Butt to 2 years and 6 months in jail and Pacer Mohammad Asif to 1 year prison for spot fixing. Bookie Mazhar Majid was sentenced to 2 years and 8 months in prison, while fast bowler Muhammad Amir to 6 months. The now defunct News of the World tabloid had conducted a sting paying Bookie Mazhar Majid $240,000 to rig the world's test. Majid had then contracted Salman Butt, the then captain of Pakistan team. Pacers Muhammad Asif and Muhammad Amir were then taken in by Butt, and the two pacers bowled no balls purposely in exchange of money. Butt and Asif were found guilty of conspiracy to cheat and conspiracy to accept corrupt payments by a criminal court on Tuesday. The third accused, 19-year-old pacer Amir, who was also involved in the conspiracy, did not face trial as he had pleaded guilty. Butt, Muhammad Amir, Asif, Umar Akmal and Imran Farhat were the other 5 Pakistani players whom Majid named during the conversation. Meanwhile, 2 more Pakistani players have come under the spot-fixing probe. Names of wicketkeeper Kamran Akmal and left-arm pacer Riaz too have appeared during the controversy. Bureau Report, Day and Night News.
My colleague Raj Thakur spoke to cricket expert Pradeep Magazine earlier. Pradeep Magazine, it may be remembered, had blown the lid off the match-fixing scam for the first time.
देखिए क्या मतलब इसमें यही है कि अब ये खिलाड़ियों पे पहली दफा पनिशमेंट हुई है, कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ में हुई है, लेकिन जो सबसे जो डिस्टर्बिंग फैक्टर ये है कि 10 साल जो पहले मैच फिक्सिंग का स्कैंडल हुआ था जिसमें खिलाड़ी पनिश हुए थे, हिंदुस्तान के भी हुए थे, साउथ अफ्रीका के हुए थे, तो लोगों को अगर ये उम्मीद थी कि उसके बाद ये खत्म हो गया है, लेकिन आज 10 साल के बाद ये पूरा प्रूव हो गया है कि ये खत्म नहीं हुआ है और ऐसा डर भी लग रहा है क्योंकि इतने पैसे क्रिकेट में आ गए हैं और इतनी कमर्शियल एस्पेक्ट क्रिकेट का हो गया है कि शायद ये सारा सिर्फ पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट तक ही लिमिटेड ना हो, इसके हो सकता है वही रूट्स हो जो पहले 10 साल पहले पता लगे थे लीगली, क्योंकि इंग्लैंड में कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ में ये चीटिंग का जो सेंटेंस है वो कहते हैं कि 2 से 5 से 7 साल तक दी जा सकती है। तो इसमें जो अब जजमेंट जो कोर्ट ने मुनासिब समझा वैसा दिया, लेकिन एक खिलाड़ी को जो किसी टीम का कप्तान रह चुका है, पाकिस्तान का कप्तान सलमान बट है, अगर उसको 2 साल की या 30 महीने की जेल होती है या किसी और खिलाड़ी को 6 महीने या साल की होती है, मेरे ख्याल से इससे बड़ी पनिशमेंट तो एक स्पोर्ट्समैन के लिए शायद नहीं हो।
That's all we have in this edition of Prime. Till we meet again, good luck and goodbye.